going on, you special bean sauces? We're back at it again with some more The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. What did we do last time? We finished the first case. We managed to defend ourselves in court. Found out it was some woman. I forgot what her name was. Who murdered a professor. Cringe. And now we're on the second case. The adventure of an unbreakable speckled band. The band or whatever. Anyways, we're on episode 2. It's exciting. I'm excited. Is that the Titanic? Uh-oh. Misa gets a feel
of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
Was he talking about a snake? The fuck is he? What is happening right now? Okay, never mind. Oh. Anime.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
What the fuck gun is that? Oh.
This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Herlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Emma, what is that? What? Who died? Who did? My head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Oh. Wait, I can't move. Son of a bitch. Ah, what the? Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now. Oh, it's him. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-hearted man. Blooded. Fuck. You... See, you found me then. We found you. And now you pay, criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Sorry. Now you have been found, it is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. No, I'll tell you anything. I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? God damn it, I'm being framed for murder again! Miss Susato? Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Ha! You pretend you do not know? You're a wolf in sheep's pelt. You are the killer! Do not try to make excuses. This is like the worst Russian accent I could possibly do. Holy shit. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Wow, he did not last very long now, did he? Here, in this very cabin, that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you are doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. These handcuffs? Sure you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please! No! Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you have come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought her luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed her traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was gonna die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you can find yourself in my cabin, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do you need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotaba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cap. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in it for sure. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't I write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've been only at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on an adventure to England together. We'll leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. You said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. There's something I would like to ask of you, too. His eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try and find out what really happened. He really has been killed, isn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. These handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me! The cause of death is still undetermined. I don't know how he died. The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, she has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then? That's true, yes. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please. Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... he would always wait before dawn to do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I had every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato's son arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried. So I went and found a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor. And the The white tape there shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me, too. Trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Why are you even aboard this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. How could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme length to smuggle me to England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself? Well, yes, you did say that. I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it, I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. But there can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought he could do that with you. Yeah, maybe. Something's still bothering me a bit. The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen before. Susato-san. I'm sorry we kept it a secret from you. Like stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expected he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. Damn. Yeah, that's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself from that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed? Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do. But it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head is still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it! I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could have possibly done this. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why does this have to happen? I can't take this! Don't try to go anywhere! You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Yeah! What the? That was a Susato takedown. Okay. Susato what? What martial art form was that? I'm gonna need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already? What you achieved a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. So you're expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll prove to her with some evidence that
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck on the door? Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign off the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly a culprit, I couldn't have climbed back. Okay, can you get up, dude? I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought of you so highly. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me out? I need help. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here, at least. Thank you! So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put that sign back into position. What do you think I am, a magician? For now, I suggest you investigating as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you don't do anything that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Well, anyway. I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Cosmo, I swear, I will avenge your death. Perhaps I can see what this Russian cruiseman makes of this crime scene. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes. But it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might have some useful information, though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Niet, of course not. Now back into corner of room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed flustered. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forgot to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Okay, yes, I'm skipping that. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing is, it appears to have broken clean in two. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. Would he? And the mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else here in this cabin air. That's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate it on the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like the chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Ugh, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. An achy stomach and an empty cottage. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is a soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. Now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let this spirit go yet. It says, warning, rules of passage. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard. The SS Buria. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabin. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? What the fuck? I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away in this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes. I see it says "this way up" in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Did Kazuma write that before he died? Looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. And I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his fingers in the spillage. Poor Kazuma. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some sort of a clue in the final moments, wasn't he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your handwriting. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? I thought it was I thought they talked about this earlier. Is it not Russian? It looks Russian. I'm gonna rush into the bathroom. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I need to use the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Oh, big dookie time. Ooh, my own favorite. Anyways. Alrighty. Back to the game. Ooh, I feel better. There's nothing on this table at all. I can see that. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No. Wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. What the fuck did I... What? That doesn't even make... What? What? What the fuck? What? No. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. A brush stroke so straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, this calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on the ship? What does that have to do with anything? Now you're gonna bring that up, are you? I can't win. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hi-ya! That's out of the question. Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it. Damn, picky bitch. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. In this case, isn't the need for clues more important? The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked, and everything boned down at once. I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training. Do you think? I seriously doubt that. Then perhaps... It was you, Naruto-san, in a fit of rage? I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and statues. But the way of things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Okay. Way to fuck up the crime scene, I guess, but whatever. Where the fuck the fucking fuck? I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is. Looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it would be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain doesn't spray. Rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough? Or something like that? I suppose. Maybe that's it. Ah! Where the hell did this guy come from? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You noticed that man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here. He looks suspicious. And tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well... No. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. Doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And he is investigating Kazma's desk. Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk to him. Am I just imagining it? Or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case. If you press space on people when they're cross-fitted, you can converse with them. Okay. Excuse me? Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh! This is a critical point in my investigation. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Ah! He just disappeared. Ah! Greetings! I hope you haven't... Ah! I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Kazma's desk just now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? Looks like he's looking right through me. Ah, yes. Everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, whilst adventuring toward foreign climes, you find yourself in most troubling predicament. Oh. Well, that's true, at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many of things. There is no mystery, my dear madam, for example. You have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the I don't know how to say that word, bare-boned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims on his name? I don't even see one person who fits that bill. So it's true. I swear to fuck. It was you who did this to Kazma somehow. I'm not... What? What? And you're plotting a revolution too. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. Now, listen, there's no way I... Yeah! You really need to stop doing that. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. How could you do it? Oh, for pity's sake, open your eyes. Another Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came to your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climates, you do not find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! Then you have it, you see. There you have it, you see. What do you make of that? Well, to be honest, the ship was en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it a deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed. An observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles. You see, I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The imitatable Herlock Sholmes. So, it's really you? The actual Herlock Sholmes? The very same! The inimitable actual Herlock Sholmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on, then? We must ask him what he's deduced. We'll have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock, was it? No, not. I have no hair. I have hair, but it's not. But just call me Sholmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rance magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories then. Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you start to think you really are a detective. Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them into the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping the shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fascinatingly busy of late. I'm gonna unplug it in my phone real quick. Why, this very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of the cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, a logical reasoning in its purest form. Schmerlei schmomes. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A fugitive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look at me in the eye and claim that? So, you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction. And fail. That is what makes me the one and only Hairlock Sholmes. Damn. Quite the ego this guy got. If you want to call it that. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow! Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding space? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Hairlock Sholmes. I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Hairlock Sholmes was on board. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm so fucking cringy right now. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? Two facts, you say? Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please! What two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Ah, yes, but first, let us be precise. The facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crimes were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. That is the Russian word for war crime. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have... Do you think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? What? Initially, I considered gold.
I farted and a poopy almost slipped out.
I have deduced that somebody took a deuce. Anyways, I had considered Garderobe may be the name of the killer. A certain Robert God, perhaps? But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so, I found you. The renowned Russian revolutionary killer! Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. But if my memory serves, that outfit is traditional dress of the Russian people. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message. Then I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Show it to the class. Damn. He's dead. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes. Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that... Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? Certainly, if it interests you. How many times? I'm not Russian, and I don't speak Russian. Must be the glue you used to stick the seal on the wardrobe. The lion, the witch, and the bitch, and the butch, and the bitch, and the bitch, the witch, and the That's right. That was pulverized rice. Pulverized rice? Yes, I pulverized some of the rice in my evening meal, even though it broke my heart. Broke your heart? What do you mean? Remember, I'm a stowaway in this ship. I had to eat. All I had to eat were Kazuma's leftovers. Even a couple of grains of rice could have meant the difference between life and death. Oh my, that's been awful for you, Naruhodo-kun. But I have some glue with me, as it happens. You're welcome to use it this evening. Oh, thank you very much. Wait, what the fuck? He should be in your room, Yeah, there you go. Ooh, my neck. Alright. Next! Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean? The now famously accurate troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. Ah yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Are you trying to say that's me? That ain't me. This vessel was made a port call at Shanghai yesterday. And last night. And last night, the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Cosma Russian? Sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded that he was Russian because of what Cosma-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape it after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, villain Bolshevik. I don't know, how can it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at the face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Ugh, please. And, might I add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Ah, yes. The journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far, and those he has plotted. Yes. About this there can be no mistake. I'm not Russian. I'm Japanese. We are speaking Japanese right now. Doesn't make any sense. You got no dick, no balls, no butthole. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with the newspaper reporters on London? Now, what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Good lord. This game takes place like hundreds of years before modern times, and yet Afghanistan is still fucking war-torn. This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself. As a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. Rubbish. And you may find the article at the back of the page of interest as well. On the back, cast your eyes over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's written in Russian, I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance over the article. There might be a picture or two. I wonder what the game wants me to do. Suka blit. Oh, it's a woman. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I. But look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you noticed this article. Ah! Allow me. They like shove her aside. Ah! Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. Pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet, disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be unbelievable sum of money. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested internal assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Will this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, neither can I. And the pair of you have sorry side. Blah, blah, blah. It means revolutionary. Revolution. He's revolutionary. Have I mentioned? Whew. Okay, my head's getting a little dizzy. Let me go get some water real quick. I'll be right back. Ain't that fresh? I've returned, my dear viewers. Let's do this. Yummers. Before we start talking, you were examining Cosmo's desk, weren't you? Cosmo? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment. The desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Cosmo was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but I don't think you should read his private writings. They could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what Susano Takedown is. Sada-san, aren't you gonna throw the detective as one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruto-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. What the fuck? Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely, the diary belonging to the... Oh, wait. Anyway, to return... was he in the wrong voice? To return to the matter at hand, namely, the book note, it would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, my dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado, nado. I thought you were gonna do. I trust you were suitably impressed. But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. What was all about showing off about before then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm much obliged, my dear madam. The final entry here is Kazuma's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first one reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound. These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of a speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. I was bored and messing around with Gemini, the AI thing, and without me saying anything regarding my city, state, or country, it has that info and it was gaslighting me that I typed those. Okay. Imagine an AI doxing you. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary may have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And, if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exhalation. What? I'm just making the words up. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence, the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? know, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter, no? There's no point in trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. Then why the fuck am I in cuffs? You must be joking! You just said it! Only a moment ago! Dear me, you're clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. First, Zoc is getting gaslit by an AI. Now I'm getting gaslit by this fucking detective douchebag. What the fuck? Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So, what? You were just looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being plain rude. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? You must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? If you give me a choice in the rolling over part. So it's saying now that it has no access to that information unless I typed it. And it recognizes that I didn't say anything regarding that. It won't spill the beams on where it's getting that info despite apparently not having that info since I didn't say it. Isn't Gemini the Google AI? That's... Gemini is the Google AI, right? Yeah. Well, there you go. There's your answer. It's fucking Google. Do you not know that Google fucking takes your fucking data? Of course Google knows you. They dox literally everybody on the universe. So there you go. It's because of Google. Google has your information, therefore Gemini has your information. And Gemini's trying to cover it up. Because it's a bitch! I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip the next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there is still things I can do to help myself. I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this, and bring the real culprit to justice. Okay. Excuse me? What? I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Would you mind if I investigated a little outside? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it's not true, I see. Sorry? A criminal asking prison guard to help him escape? Very funny. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. Niet! You stay in cabin until next port. Then it is up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. You stay! Alright. No point in trying to appeal this man with better nature, that's for sure. What a bitch. What a... Yep. 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 That bitch. Yep. Yep. That bitch. Yep. Yep. That bitch. It was some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. And because of that, you have no idea what happened out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. Yeah. Shit's cringe. This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. I don't know, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. When I went for help and the crewmen forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt. It's not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there's no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. So I wonder if anyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw the bolt across from the side. What? The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the side, from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Oh, look over there. The crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. Why don't we try talking to him? Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again, but I suppose I could try. Is that? Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir? Sir! Yes, what can I do you for? Oh, son of a bitch, I just realized it's him again. No! It's the fucking dude from the other case. I recognize that face, but it can't be. Well, that seals the deal. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Hello again. What were you doing here? I think that should be mine. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help, please ask me. Never expected to see this man on board. Perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. So, what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? Is it classified? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Kazuma? You were to act as his bodyguard? Scheitzer. It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that have been an impossibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's Jigoku. Said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-san was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been aboard. From morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would have happened here, inside his own cabin. Not here on a first-class deck. I've failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all I can do to help now, just say the word! We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's deaths ourselves. Well, I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not! We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? 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 You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, the stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. I think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to be persuaded to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. There may be a way. What? What? Really? Think of how you try to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san, by presenting me a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you were in court. You must have done it many times in your trial. Ah, okay. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma somehow wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grille. A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. So if we can investigate it in there, we might be able to work out what happened, what the speckled band was. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Select move so we can leave this cabin. Let's do it. I need you in here. Is that a mouse trap? What the fuck is that? In the corner. Goodness gracious, I'm dying! Help! Help! Whew, finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it'd be. And this is more this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. And that's why he's being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, it's about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really? It must be awful. Oh, look over there! It's another crewman keeping watch. He looks enormous. Even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. Been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Cosmo's trunk when we first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look.
Let me get it. Baby back. Baby back.
Alright, I'm back. Goodness gracious, I'm dying. It looks like the plan of the SS Buria. It shows each deck. Look. The Buria is a large-scale steamboat. Or steamship, not steamboat. With a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but... how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sunk to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's quite simple, Naruhodo-kun. It is. Well, considering the Japanese archipelago, the islands of Japan, yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. That's not really an explanation, but she do have a point. She do have a point. She do have you. She do. Oh, my fucking ear itches. Alright, we're good. Womp womp. There's a huge book on top of the table there. There's a pen next to it. Yes, it looks like that ship. It looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a look through it? The writing is neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. The fuck's that supposed to mean? And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san. Even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably, that means there was nothing to report. Strange. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one with the ventilator connected to. Yes, the ventilator. Alright, well, yeah. Yep. Oh, excuse me. We need to get inside the cabin here. This sailor's eye speaks volumes. They're clearly saying, keep out. That's what I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Oh, this man's version is definitely more effective. It doesn't look like he's going to let us pass. That's a problem.
Baby, baby.
Okay, what is this? This is what's been bugging me. Wow, a trap for catching mice. Also, it is a mouse trap. Very weird looking mouse trap. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what's called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But I suppose you're right. You weren't actually gonna try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past days was for the past couple of weeks is Cosmo's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Thank you. What do you think this is? That's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop. Ooh, this I have to see. What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these cuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be even in an even worse situation. Wish everything would just stop, the ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Raw.
Maybe back over.
Excuse me, but can I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class ladies' maid? Oh. You seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, so, Susato-san. I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman Biff Stroganoff. Phew. The best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. What's his name? Biff Stroganoff? Vilin Bolshevik. What if I gave him this? Sheet. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area. Here we are the finest part of glorious steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw in ocean, but Stroganoff is not in them. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Ah! Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes, or no. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Oh, it sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylett. He is a very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with the murder of Student Boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylett is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylett came aboard? That is none of your business. Come to think of it. Even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins. It must be rather important. Is that right? That is none of your business. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Da, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in. Or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about Student Boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Nyat! Hit! Sutato-san, did you understand that? I think he clearly said, no. I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all. You didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything wrong at the time? Oh, he's looking away. He's looking away. He saw. He heard. Oh! I said no. Sorry. Ah! Fuck! Mother Russia came after me. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. He's a liar. He's a liar, liar, pants on fire! This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. I must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when lobsters whistle on top of mountain. Or as English say, when pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Why don't you investigate these nuts in your mouth? Got 'em. Depend on it. I'm sure there's a ship log. Shall we have a look through it? The writing is so neat and precise, even the detail. Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank. Meaning nothing is to report. Can I eat the cheese now? Oh, never mind. Alright, let's go in here. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours, the one with the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator which Kazuma-sama wrote that we saw a speckled band. Alright, let's go look. Hello? No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one there to help us with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside! I am about to break down the door! Mr. Sholmes! I shan't be stopped! When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges! Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. He's got knife! Who are you? A Western gentleman. This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's no one but me in this cabin. Unless the woman is him. Baba is you. True, the old man does appear to be the only one in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get down, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimbley Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard about me, no doubt. No. I am the great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I can assure you, you may trust me completely. Man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid! How could anyone fit in small trunk like this? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk? Don't look at me. Oh my, did you see that, Mr. Nolan? Yes! The case just shook. Leave! Now! Otherwise, I call the steward. So this is Cosmo's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Why is he over here? Why is he hiding in the corner? Do you have a moment, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? I think he meant forget Mr. I think he forgot the whatever. Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my greater powers of detection into service. Oh. And it would seem that that hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I not mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what most effective weapon uses against a Russian hiding a secret? What the fuck am I even saying? Why? The truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for Russians. Right. Hold on, I need to restart my Twitch on my phone. Also, fuck you, man. Ah! Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh, yes, please. Well then, what you're about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to this case. Could this man be more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness? Or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you. Or anyone. That's right. And Mr. Sholmes... I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh, I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, it's just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Royette, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at the very much, no less in the midst of committing the most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Oh, Naruto-san. I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What an ineffable twaddle. Those aren't words. Those aren't real words. Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deductions firsthand. This is like a dream come true. I can hardly believe it, but all the color is drained from Mr. Royette's face. It looks like somehow both Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right.
Whoa. Crazy.
Oh, how could you? How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then, I shall look.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
You're interrupting me. Speak it! I shall elucidate. I shall explain how I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So, do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery that has bored the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let's work through my deductions together. The great deductions. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Conclusion. Old man's identity. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Royette. Obviously, what catches the eye in the first place? Is it the shut the fuck up? Is it the enormous pair of shears in your hand? Now we ask ourselves, why did my Twitch channel switch to another Twitch channel? Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then pegged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylett? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper. In particular, the fascinating front page article. Which, it would appear, you have all read also, Mr. Roylett. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Vilain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Vilain Bolshevik! Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. The revolutionary on the wrongdoing? Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing the most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylett. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies in the furtive glance of falls. The proof of your crimes sit before our very eyes. Yes, the traveling case. It is time, I think, the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside of it? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coupe d'oil. I don't know how to say that one. Turn around. Try to turn around. I turned around. Oh, God. Shut the fuck up! Alright. Yeah. You actually got some phlegm out of my throat. What the fuck? Ew. Ew, brother. Ew. Ew. I need water. Anyways. Once again, we need only follow your almost said a whole other word. What the fuck? Furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can be found in the pages of the newspaper. For there is another most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page, renowned prima ballerina of the Novice Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Kidnapping of a young ballerina. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky. Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing about so much, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Can you come over here? Can you come over here a moment? Just come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Just come here a second. Just come here. Come here. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we found I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall our discussion earlier. And at the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylett does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And the other thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina, indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young lady. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child in that case. If you pushed really hard.
What about a baby?
I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Oh, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain lithness in their bodies. Vinegar. For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into confines of that small case. Oh dear. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. This whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observations are, well, magical. His eyes cut into the heart of a matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Mr. Sato. It's just one or two key words of his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might be able perhaps tactically switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some key words in his deductions. Yes, but very tactically. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Oh, I have issues. No, that's not funny. And you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Ah! Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt that they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you're a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Haylock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. The dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Royale, obviously what catch your first eye. Is that 10 big booms? Boom! Boom! Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us right in the face. You were on the verge of using these shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. Do 10 big booms. I'll give this Russian guy 10 big booms. Ready? Boom! 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 Alright, we're good. Ten big Vicodins. Here we go. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Royale either. Which means, I suppose, the deduction here is wrong. Let's try and switch a key word here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps the matter. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Royale. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intends to use as shear on. Exactly. If we manage to find something that fits the sense of shock... I'll leave the rest... Why am I the only one there? Alright. What exactly was Mr. Royale going to use those enormous shears for? His copious beard. His thick hat. Coat buttons. What the fuck? So, I either got copious beard, thick hat, coat buttons, and that's it. I don't see a reason why he would do any of those. Let's try buttons first, because... Wait. Hat? Could he... Actually, wait. I don't even think he could cut... Okay, yeah, we'll go with buttons.
Yes!
Coat buttons. For years, you have lived in the icy climate of your homeland, wearing that thick coat for warmth. In fact, something terrible has happened. You forgot to how to undo your buttons. Now, with the warmth of this cabin, you're desperate to remove your layer. What spectacularly contrived logic led you to that mindless control? Oh, well, so I thought I'd contribute to the show. Okay. Obviously, not the buttons. So then, if it's not the buttons, then it's gotta be the hat. Oh, wait. What? I can do this? Son of a bitch! I didn't know I could do this. Okay, well that helps. Possibly. What the fuck is that? Oh! What is that? Hold on a minute. That seems a little suspicious. What the? What's this? It looks like a cascade of shining, stunning golden locks. No. The color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylette's head? And how is he growing from underneath his thick black hair? Oh yes, that's true. It's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something definitely is not right here.
Yes!
Ha! You cock! Oh, I'm starting to become the detective. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed. You have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Such lush, golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh, no. If only I had been able to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged to this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence reveals the true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea the old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruto-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts of Mr. Shanks. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. It's strictly business. Strictly Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyways, let's focus on the next part of Mr. Shanks' production, shall we? The evidence that he picks out doesn't seem to fit the facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Royette is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try and hide her true identity. I feel as though I have read or heard about a woman situation recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Well, I wonder who it is. Could it be the fucking ballerina?
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right. You've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novorake Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novorake Ballet prima ballerina, Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Ow! Damn, she's kind of gorgeous, bro. What the hell? You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. A ballerina on the run. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unaware. People have a propensity to let their eyes astray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies with where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. The woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of her eyes. So clearly she can't be inside the traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? I think I'm gonna have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Oh, wow, would you look at that? There it is.
Yes!
Tiara. I'm about to send this bitch to Paradiso. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed. It would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rupees. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! Yes. You left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Ay! I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an awe of pressure. It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Alright, I will tell you everything. There's no point in hiding it now. Come, let us not be too hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I have ever laid your eyes on it. Dear me, We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? You careless coup d'eau betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your case is written on the books of the shelf. What the fuck? He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into this? That's just a wild guess, surely. Oh no. Oh, do you think so? Well, doesn't seem likely the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open the case. Would you have been written in a bookcase if that doesn't belong to her? Yes, that is true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. There has to be another reason why she won't open the case. There must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze will involuntarily draw. I see. That's the only answer. Should be revealed following her gaze deduction. Is the rules of passage?
Yes!
Ha! Yes, the reason you refuse to open your case is written on the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves only but one probability, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case is the last item listed as forbidden on the vessel. Oh my god, I fucked that up so badly. A pet! Fix my head. Possession of a prohibited animal. We've done it. Deduction complete. Elementary. That's pretty cool. So clearly you aren't who you say you were. You said you were. No, I am not Grimsy Sroilet. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You've absconded during one of your ballet company's performance in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. Which couldn't have been easy. The Björna is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could you have really snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somehow recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman, and you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet, to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. Pavlova is Pavlova. Pavlova. Oh boy, I'm fucking dying here, bro. What the hell? My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you about cutting off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard outside the cabin? That vertically tinkling of the bell? Why, none other than the young lady, naturally. Like, full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I run away in Shanghai. I was sure they'd come look for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disguise myself so no one will recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man? I see. I put on fur hat and thick beard. Then, just before I came in here, I saw the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut my hair as fastly as possible. I don't know why I said that in front. I picked up the scissors with my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in with the annoyingly unlocked cabin door.
Demon baby.
Things happen like that sometimes. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one thing I would like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You're right, it is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone if the captain finds out. If you say to any of the crew, your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Yes, alright. I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something, Mr. Sholm's great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlona has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, one more thing. Yes, what? Observe your wrists. My... Son of a bitch! Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When and why? There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it? Really?
Merry Christmas.
Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlona has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Cosmo wrote about in his diary really was. Snake. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call it early, dude. I'm feeling like fucking shit right now, dude. I'm surprised I was able to make it this far, but holy diver, dude. Oh, goodness gracious, I do not feel great. So sorry we're cutting it off short. But we'll play more tomorrow, maybe. Either play this game or more Persona. So I am sorry that we're cutting it a little short. It's a little bit of a short stream. But thank you guys so much for coming by. I appreciate it. And tomorrow we'll do whatever. Oh boy, I might need to have to go to the bathroom again. Holy fuck. Oh! Oh boy. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of your night. Have a good. You're done? Yeah, I'm done. I really do not feel good right now. I'm surprised I managed to just power through it this long, dude. Almost 3 hours. It was pretty good. But I can't fucking do it anymore, so I'm sorry. But I will do more tomorrow. Maybe do it a little longer, who knows. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.